Hi, it's Wednesday night. All right, so today is going to be Transparency Wednesday. So I chose a kit for today because it is back to school full time. Everybody's doing professional development. I'm in the middle of preparing for professional development trainings for the next couple of days. So I chose a kit, and I just happened to get the luckiest just kismet events of the season, because as soon as I had my quarter set or my month set with what I was doing with the Christmas series and where I was going to plug in a kit because I knew life would be kind of chaotic, I get a newsletter and an informational email from Stampin' Up, and they say, "Hey, August, all the kits are on sale." So if you're lucky enough to grab a kit, they are up to 30% off. I, of course, placed an order for some of the new items coming out and completely forgot to order the new kit that just came out. I shared an image of that in my weekly newsletter, and it is just wonderful. It's a tags kit, and I can't wait to buy it because I give gifts at Christmas and I need to make some tags for that. So, anyhow, that was my excitement to share that I had planned out uh, months in advance that I was going to plug in a holiday kit here because I knew my life would be crazy right now, and here we are. It's crazy. You can see my hair is pinned because by 11 o'clock today, as I was walking back from one of our professional developments, and it is over 100 degrees, I was literally just dripping. So during lunch, I found a couple of bobby pins and pulled this out of my face because I don't mind being in the heat, but if I'm going to have drippy sweat, I really like to have like a headband on or some kind of something to catch all that drippy stuff. And so this was the next best thing. So here we are this evening. It's hot right now. Like, we're done cooking. We are all hard boiled already. So it can really turn into a real fall any day now. I know that's not what's going to happen, but so anyway, today's kit is Christmas Whimsy card kit. And of course, I jumped right into all of this little chit chatty stuff. But what I really wanted to tell you is that I'm Nicole from Equally Creative by Nicole. And if you're watching me, I'd love for you to give me a like or a share or a subscribe, some thumbs up, some hearts, any kinds of interaction would be wonderful. If you think what I have to offer is something anyone you know would be interested in, don't forget to give the gift of a referral. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the other camera and share with you today's kit again, which is Christmas Whimsy Card Kit. And it is designed to have 2 cards. So we have this one, we're trimming the tree, and this one we are bringing some gifts. So let's see what is in this kit. Again, you do get a full color brochure with all of our most current kits. It's going to show us what we need for each card. So these are all the different elements that we'll use. You do get everything you need for this kit. I like to, for the sake of time, pre-prep my blocks. So that is why you will see me use a variety of blocks. Time and just ease of getting things in and out. So you will get a Stampin' spot of Night of Navy, and you will also get a clear block, and I will be gifting some blocks and spots soon. You also will receive the cutest little sentiments and some background stamps right here. So some stars and some snowflakes and polka dots. So I'm going to use my full-size ink pad so that I can gift the other one. And I'm going to use these for the sake of time so that I can not have to clean and swap everything while I'm sharing with you. So again, it shows us what we need for each card. And then it's going to step us through how to put this kit together. So if you have never done a kit before, again, you're going to get almost everything you need. So you can see there's a little picture of some scissors here. Obviously, you're going to want to grab some scissors to cut the twine that comes with it. And other than that, everything else is in this kit. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the rest of the parts to this kit. So you do get a little pack of dimensionals, a little spool of the gold trim there, some snowflakes and stars in that Night of Navy, but it's a shiny metallic blue. You're going to get envelopes. I do believe we're making 8 cards. So we will have 8 card bases. There should be 4 of each kind, and then the pieces for each one. And they're kind of laid out in the order that you could make them. So tonight I will make 1 of each so that you can see what these cards look like in person. I also have scheduled 2 kit nights in August, and I think I have one already scheduled in September. So look for those. August 11th and 24th at Bien Bon are the kit nights, and I'm still very excited that it coincides with the kit sale. I do have a selection of kits, so it is not a prerequisite to come with a pre-purchased kit, but if there's one that you specifically want to use or have, I highly recommend you grab that. If you are not on my mailing list, you're going to want to go to equallycreativebynicole.com. Get on that mailing list. I will be sending out a link to those kits again, and it will have the kit information on there. All right, so let's go ahead. It looks like I'm going to start with this bottom set of materials. So let me see what the other card base looks like. The other card base is the Christmas tree. So let's see. So I'm going to grab out these because it shows me for this card, I'm going to need one of these little elves here and an elf pulling a sleigh with some packages. So they are like pre-cut, so you just kind of carefully pull them off. Looks like I also need a tag. So, and it's one of these. So I'll pull this out and pull that off of there. Now, if you're doing a whole kit and you feel like punching everything out all at once, that is definitely not a bad way to go. So just so you know, you can do it that way as well. All right, so we're going to use this background stamp. We're going to use some of these snowflakes, and I do not see any dots this go around, but I do have dimensionals. So there might be some mini glue dots in here somewhere, and I just missed them. If I have to glue something regular, I am just going to grab my adhesive. Nope, I found them. They were hiding. All right, sorry about that. I mean, they're hiding. It means they were just in this room somewhere because everything in this room kind of goes missing at some point. All right, I think I'm ready. I have the twine. I have our stamps ready to go. So now I can take a look at this. And the first step shows me that I'm going to ink up the stamp, and I'm adding it to the backdrop above the snow in the skyline. So I'm going to open this ink pad, and find my backdrop, and it is the one with the snowflakes, and that's this little one here. And I'm simply putting some snowflakes on here. Now I like to stamp with a protective sheet underneath most of the time. I do have a silicone sheet that occasionally can be that that protective layer, but then I need to make sure I wash it, because if I get ink on it, sometimes I'm wearing it. So if you use a silicone mat underneath your stamping, you just want to be careful because it's going to stay wet longer. So I just used the paper this time. Okay, so there is the background on that. And then take a look. It even shows me where to put those dimensionals so that I can get it in the best spot. Maggie, you are the sweetest and you're biased, and I love you too. Let's see. So we're gonna plop some of these guys on there, and sometimes I just break the rules and stick them on wherever I need to know that they are going to be properly lifted across the card. So if you like to be a rule breaker, now's the chance. All right, so I'm going to pull these off of here, and of course some days I can lift these wonderfully, and today they are sticking even with my little tool here. So sometimes the backs end up everywhere. Fly, 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 backing, fly. Okay, so we're gonna put this one kind of towards the right because that's the best spot for it on here. And then we're gonna add this one in the back. And again, we have dimensionals on here. And yes, these are the tiny ones, and sometimes the tiny ones are harder to use because they are so small for people with giant fingers like myself who fumble with things at times. That is why I love this, or because my fingernails are too long or too short or whatever. It happens. Or some days it's just my dexterity is going, right? Okay, so now we're going to do the tag. So we have the bulk of the base here done. Notice how fast that is, and it's gorgeous. And we are going to stamp the sentiment on here. I should have done that before I started sticking things. And this is Merriest Christmas to You. So that's what this one is. And these are photopolymers, so I can see what's in them. And then I just want to make sure that it's going to stamp well. There we go. Sometimes it is wise to clean off the photopolymer the very first time you use them. So I just stamped it off a couple of times to make sure it would stamp nice and pretty. All right, so now I'm going to turn this over. And we're going to put dimensionals on it, but before I do that, I need to do the twine part, because obviously doing this beforehand is going to be much easier than trying to do it afterwards. And it has us doing 3 inches, and of course I'm just eyeballing that. There's usually extra of the twines, so now if you're using twice as much, you probably won't end up with extra, but if you're not using twice as much, you should end up with some extra. All right. So I am going to do the loopy loop. So I folded it in half. I'm sticking the fold through the hole, and then I'm going to open that hole up and pull these through. Okay. And then I'll trim this down just a little bit. Now they have you making a knot because you are tying it around the packages and it's kind of hanging off. Again, I said I'm kind of a rule breaker sometimes, and so I am just going to have the tag on there. So we're going to put it just like this. And here is the first card. Super, super simple. Love it. Love it. Oh my goodness. Okay. I know y'all think I'm a goofball, but I just love this stuff so much. Oh, I forgot to put those snowflakes on. We can't forget our sparkles. Did anybody see the Barbie movie? Because I wore sparkles to the Barbie movie, and I love that people are dressing up to go to the Barbie movie. It's so much fun. I don't always dress up. I don't always entertain that way. However, I did. I even wore one of my fancy wigs, and it was a lot of fun. I convinced my family to go with me. They, of course, humored me and came with me. So I'm just tossing a couple extra snowflakes on here. According to the guide, we're using 5 of them. So there's some little extra sparkle on there. Now it is complete. You can see the sparkles. Maybe, there we go. All right. Sparkle. Let's set that aside for a moment. All right, so let me spread some stuff out again. It's a good thing you only see this little piece, because it's a hot mess in here, especially when I'm done with the live. So, you know. All right, so we're going to do card number 2. So I'm going to pull all these pieces together. So I need this one because we're going to trim the Christmas tree, right? I'm going to put the star on the top. Do you put a star or do you put an angel? I love to put angels on my tree. That has been my favorite piece in the past few years, is an angel. Okay, it looks like we're going to add this to this card. We're going to use some stars. We're going to use some more of the twine and some stamps and the oval. So we're going to stamp on this. All right. So now I can flip to that last card and take a look. So again, the first thing we're going to do is stamp this, and I'm actually going to do the 2 stamping pieces all at once so that I can put away the ink and not wear it. So I'm going to leave this nice and flat. I'm folding this one at the end just so I get nice crisp stamped images on this background. So this one is this stars and polka dots. Let's see if you can see it better now. There we go. All right, so we're simply putting some background on here. Now since I didn't fold it, I'm going to make sure that I'm not stamping on this white piece here. But I wanted a nice, firm space to do this. And let's do another one right here. I think some of this is going to get covered up, so I'm not too worried about that right there, because this is going to go there, just like that. So I'm not too worried about that. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and stamp this part right here with Season's Greetings. Oh, and I didn't clean this one first either. So let's stamp it off, and there we go. Perfect. All right. Ta-da! I love it. It came out beautiful. Get that out of the way. All right, so now I'm going to put the foil star on top of the star in her hand. So let's do that. And these are, ooh, nice and firm. They're not your regular foil stars, that's for sure. Sounds ridiculous, but it's going to be easier to see right here. Make sure my head is out of the way. Okay, so here she is with her foil star. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. All right, so now we're going to add our dimensionals on the back. And looks like we have a decent amount going on her to hold her up. So, and typically you'll have a few things left over that you'll be able to do extra with them. Now I did reference the guide for the ladder pieces because it's got an open space. And I wasn't sure if that was going to fit, but it fits. My fingernails are just not working correctly today. And you laugh, but I wear these backings everywhere and I leave them at people's houses. Sorry, Kelly. Okay. All right, so let's turn her over and we're going to line her up so that the star is going, oh, close to the tippy top of the tree. All right, so the hardest part is not bending her where her leg is. There. All right. She probably could have been leaning over further. I don't know. There's no stamp police. I'm not too worried about it. So the next part we are going to do, we're going to add 2 of those glue dots right here. So I am using the Take a Pick tool to get these on here. And we're simply going to twist this twine so that it makes like a bow-ish shape, like a figure 8. So let's show you how to do that. So I like to do it like this, and then I'm going to snip it right here and twist. Okay, so twisted it one time. It wants to come back, but it's okay if it does. And then I'm just going to lay this across those glue dots. And then we're going to add 2 dimensionals on the ends here. And when I put this on, it's going to hold that that twine in place. There we go. Okay, so this is going to go across this tree. Has it towards the bottom. And this one went in, so I'm just going to untuck that. There we go, so that it looks a little bit more like a bow. And I'm going to trim this one just a tiny bit more. And then we're going to add some stars. And I can fill in that slightly empty spot that was feeling hollow. And again, they have given us enough for 5, so I'm just going to put my sparkles spread out on here. And now I will fold this card and burnish this edge right here. So nice and crisp. And there is the second card. So 2 cards. This took me about 20-ish minutes to do these 2. but it would probably only take me an additional 20 minutes to do all 8 cards total. So if you want a really quick and easy project or a project to do with friends or children, or this one I would not recommend with people who struggle with dexterity unless you have the Take a Pick tool, because you saw I was struggling. So these are wonderful items to have. So again, kits, super easy, super fun, great to have with friends. Bring it to the coffee shop, hang out, drink some coffee, enjoy. They're all on sale, every single one of them. So go grab a kit and join me on the 11th or the 24th, or you can just kit with friends. I'm cool with that too. Let me see. I'm going to show you a sneak peek of some upcoming classes. So the first thing I want to show you is the little gift I got from a kit that I purchased. This was the cute little freebie that they gave us. So it's a cute little pen with some banana candies and banana now and laters, I think. Yep, now and laters. I don't eat them very much anymore, so I wouldn't know the name of them. But this is the cutest little monkey, and it says just swinging by to say hi. And this is just one of the most adorable things that you could throw together. If you're the kind of person that makes Halloween treats for your neighborhood kids, you could totally do something like this. So that is a sneak peek of one of the gifts that I received from Rhonda Wade. And this is a card that she designed, and this image came out in today's weekly email. This is one of the sneak peeks for the August Card Club, or August Card Party, as I call them. And then I'm going to give you a sneak peek to Christmas series number 2, which is next Wednesday night, online right here live. I am going to use the Trucking Along bundle. You cannot get the punch right now, but you can get the stamp set. And if you choose to purchase the kit, you're only going to need the stamp set, because I'm going to punch out everything that you need. I'm going to cut all the other pieces for you. So again, when you are thinking about ordering ahead so that you can join me and stamp, Trucking Along is an online exclusive. You have to get it online. It's not in a catalog. And we will be using that next Wednesday in the Christmas series class number 2. And I'm so excited. I love designing cards for you to recreate. So if you love it too, let me know, and I will see you next Wednesday. Have a great week and enjoy.